So how long do I wait till the first candle bounces off the fair value gap, or if I'm already in trade and it goes below FVG, do I close it? Alright, this is a great question, so let me show you on the charts. So let's start here. As you can see, we have a fair value gap. However, it gets closed below the fair value gap. So what happens? Price after that then moves down, pushes back up, but then moves back down. So let's say you had stop loss like right around here. You would have been stopped out of the trade because it was not a fair value gap that was valid in the first place. Now what these call are inverse fair value gaps, which is another confluence which you can line up with other things. However, it's not one that you want to solely take a trade off of. Now what I also want to point out to you is that not all fair value gaps actually work, because you see right here, this fair value gap gets tapped into, close out below, which is good. You actually want to see this for a bearish fair value gap. However, price reverses right around here, so it's not completely valid because you can't really take a big trade off of that. So I'm actually looking at around a 1.45 risk to reward ratio, which is not a good risk to reward at all. So what you want to do is line up your fair value gap with other things. Don't just take trades off of one fair value gap. Take trades off of, a breakout structure plus a fair value gap, or a liquidity sweep plus a breakout structure plus a fair value gap. That's another way to take a trade. This increases your chances of what you think of the market actually being true, because all of these things stack up with each other, showing a correct direction in market trend. Right here's a prime example of you being able to take a trade off of confluences stacking up. Right here you can see a bullish breakout structure on the 5-minute chart. So if you drop down to the 1-minute chart, you see the fair value gap get tapped into and push out. Now me personally, I probably would have taken the trade right here knowing myself. Now would set stop losses right below the fair value gap somewhere around here. Maybe give yourself a little bit of breathing room just in case it does push a little lower. But as you can see right here, the fair value gap gets retested and it pushes into the zone back out, which proves my point even more about this being a strong fair value gap. Now as you can see, this would have led to a 2.5 risk to reward ratio, which is great. So again, don't take trades strictly off fair value gaps. Take them off of multiple things stacked at once.